There's missed opportunities and critical mistakes that you should avoid with the design of your website's homepage. In this episode, I'm going to break this down and show you what these mistakes are and what you need to do to optimize the experience a visitor has when they come to your site. So, without any further delay, let's just jump right in and get started. Welcome to another episode of the eCreate Biz podcast. I am your host, Caleb Becker, talking about what it's really like to navigate through the challenges of running an online business, how to get your work to serve you and your family without burnout, how to gain the freedom of a well-structured business and develop the daily habits that create this success. With all the websites out there and all the information that we get, we tend to see lots of bad practices when we start looking at other people's stuff, and we start to copy what they do. And because we lose a sense of our own ability to get a message across in a way that we feel like is on point for the mission that our business stands for. And I get it. And that's why I feel like it's so important to have this conversation, especially zeroed in on your homepage. I look at the homepage as being the storefront of your brand. The storefront. Like, why would somebody want to come into your store? That this is the storefront of your brand. And when they step inside the door, what are they going to feel comfortable with? Are they going to feel comfortable with being inside of your brand? And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to accomplish this experience, and that's what the homepage does. I hope that makes sense. It just, to me, that's how I look at a homepage. So it's extremely important, and there's so many opportunities. So let's talk about mistake number 1. You don't want to make this mistake. Your homepage is all about you. Check to see if it's about you. Okay? I see this a lot when I look at other people's homepages, and I'll tell you how you know it's about you. When you use words like I, me, my, we, and ours, when you use those type of words, you're taking the focus of that homepage and putting it on yourself. Visitors that come to your site, their number one concern that they have is them. They're their number one concern. And when they see words that are describing the owner of the website, somebody that they don't even know, that turns them off. So how to counteract this is speak to them. Use words like you. Speak to their problem. Speak to what they're facing in their life. And that homepage needs to have those elements of them. They've come to the right place. You're meeting them where they are. All right, let's go on to the next mistake. Mistake number 2, you're selling too soon. And we see this when we look at shops like Amazon. We think that that's what we need to do. And if I have a visitor coming to my website, I need to sell to them right away. That's not the way to go about it, because we're not Amazon. People go to Amazon expecting to buy. That's why they went there. When they're coming to your site, it's a curiosity. They're there because of curiosity. They're there because they're looking for an answer, and they're curious to know what you're about. So don't sell too soon. There's going to be a time and a place to sell to them, but don't do it on your homepage. But the biggest mistake and the opportunity that you don't want to miss is what I'm going to talk about next. I just wanted to pause here for a second to thank you for subscribing to this channel. And I really appreciate your comments. So let's jump back in where we left off. So that brings me on to mistake number 3. Not capturing the visitor's email. Don't make that mistake. Your homepage needs to be optimized to where you capture the visitor's email address. Treat that visitor as if he's never going to come back again. Treat that visitor as if this is her last time ever visiting your site. You want to capture her email address. You want to make sure that you've spoke to them to where he wants to give you his email address. And you're going to do that by giving them value. They're going to want to exchange their email address for what you're giving them. Now, what you should offer them and what that value looks like, that's a topic all in itself, and I think that should be covered in another episode. But capture that email address and how you're going to speak to them through email and how you're going to be able to sell to them will be through your email. And that's where you're going to be able to tell your story. That's where you're going to be able to provide more value. And that's where you're going to be able to offer your products and services is through that email channel. And what that funnel looks like and what those emails look like, again, that's a topic for a whole nother episode, which I will cover later. But I just wanted to bring this to you today. Go and look at your website's homepage. See if you have any of these 3 mistakes and just quickly go in and change that. And I know that you'll see better results for the visitors that come to your site. So that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one.